Hey guys, Scott here with Surf and Shore. Today we are going to go through a little bit of some hip mobility. We are going to go through some biased rotational preferences. We're going to use a little bit of a kettlebell to help us out. So we're going to start off going, one leg is going to be externally rotated, other side is going to be inter-rotated. We are going to have nice, good posture with this. We're trying not to slouch and get motion coming forward through kind of upper low back or low back kind of going into flexion. We're really trying to get a hip hinge to where we're trying to isolate that motion at our hips. We're going to use a kettlebell to provide just a little bit of overpressure as we go. So from here, holding on to kettlebell, I like kind of a little bit of an underhook on here, and then from there, nice and easy, little lean forward until you feel a nice little stretch. More than likely, one side is going to stop you. You'll find that either right or left. You can kind of vary the different leg angles, hip angles, things like that. You can also vary if something is underneath the knees. A lot of times, if that doesn't go all the way down, if you have a little bit of knee pain, discomfort, you can provide a little yoga block or something like that underneath here. Also, if you have pretty poor hip mobility, you can't even get into a position like this, elevate a little bit. Go onto a stair, something like that, where you're going to start in a position that is going to be somewhat similar to this, and then you can go into that lean forward. You can progressively work your way down to the floor to try and get that hip mobility to improve. You will also notice that you'll have a directional preference. One side will probably be a little easier than the other. That's okay. Our body is normally asymmetrical. We'll try and work to get it more normalized, but be aware that it is okay to have a directional preference. We have a dominant side. We typically have one side that's a little bit stronger than the other, so little asymmetries are going to be okay. But always a good thing to work on to try and strive for perfection. It's a really good way to loosen up the hips, really good warm-up. You can get a dynamic little stretch as you're going through to try and get things moving before you move. Try it out, see what you think. I really like this exercise to loosen up the hips.